final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Titans and the Cards coming up next.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one, 39 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
Let's get him.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know,
and the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin with Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Simpson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Simpson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Shotgun now from Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it down.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the gun, Murray. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown,
Nice play, man.
70 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Murray. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Murray now on first down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Murray to air it out again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
you
down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
It's a big play there for Tennessee.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
A first down carry for Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that'll set him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Uses the stiff arm, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8. Now Mariota being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Mariota. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. On 2nd down, rolling. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down now. Rolling. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Patterson's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 15. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Huntley. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Huntley. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Huntley. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off at the 38. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Still 9 remaining on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
We got this.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down, rolling, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their